Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to the Sunless Skies Early Access. Where last episode we found our way to Palmer and Plenty's Inconceivable Circus. Exactly when we were looking to. No, that's the wrong button there. Well then. Yes, we found exactly the places that we wanted to find. Palmer and Plenty's and Port Prosper to the northeast. And we got a few more hints about what happened in Hybras, which I think is what we want to explore today, because I'm interested to see if there is a way into Dream in the High Wilderness, because I wasn't sure if that was just a Neathly thing, or if there were other connections. Let's just leave it at that. And a lot of this probably doesn't make sense to people who haven't played either Fallen London or Sunless Seas, but let's do a quick summary. Basically, the place how do I want to phrase this? Basically, there's a other dimension that you go to in your dreams that's called literally just Dream, because, you know, what else would you call such a place? And it's inhabited by things. Not very nice things. And the problem I'm finding is that I'm not sure if the Dream area was exclusive to just the Neath, which is where Fallen London fell to, or if it's just a whole universal thing. Which makes me then question, what does Dream look like from the perspective of things like, you know, the stars? Because I imagine that they dream. And what does that actually, you know, mean, though? Huh. Weird. Either way, though, that is our plan for today. We're also going to make a quick trip to Titania, just because I want to see the Library of Yore. Because I didn't, you know, visit that when I actually cut open the ribbon. I just sort of cut open the ribbon and then immediately ran away. Which is just... Well, no, that's not entirely true. I looked at the plans for everything that I didn't fund, and then I ran away. So, yeah, not our best moment. Still, let's go to New Winchester real quick. I just want to damage my ship further. Cool. Perfect. Exactly as planned. Let's see here. We're gonna go to Victory Hall. So far, I like the Tackities more. That might change once Albion is out, but for now, we only have access to the Reach, and I like these guys. Somewhat. 40 sovereigns, fair enough. No need for anything else, though. Let's see here. What I do want... Question, can I, reading this, actually change anything? Nope, doesn't look like. Oh? Oh! Attend the grand premiere. Madame Lumiere has wasted no time in organizing her premiere. To express her gratitude, she's given you tickets. This was the lady who, you know, was giving off spores all over the place in our locomotive. I'm sure this will be fine. Madame Lumiere has reopened a theater located beneath the arches of the Bishop Bridge. Prominent Tackities sit with London sympathizers. They formed a brief truce, united in their loathing of the cramped velvet seats. A light flares on the plaster wall. The whispered complaints hush. The film begins. The film is titled The Concupiscence of the Verdants. Flickering images on painted lenses jerk across the wall. The camera luxuriates in the collapsing brown flesh of a fruiting fungus, the flight of a sporing body, the sudden bursting of a violet fungal sac, the prolonged death spasms of a cameraman. There are gasps from the audience. We're watching a snuff film? Lumiere, you have some problems, huh? Let's see here. Admire the wider picture? If you avoid looking at the foreground, there's much to appreciate. The film strips have been painted to reveal the lush colors of the landscapes, the violent purple of the fungus. There's an awful beauty to the whole thing. Alternatively, some of the shots are blemished, but what has been captured reveals much about the Reach's flora. I mean, close your eyes. If you put your hands over your eyes, you could almost consider this a relaxing interlude. This is more or less what my realistic reaction to all this probably would be. if I'm being completely honest, but, let's take in the detail. The final sequence of the rotting fungal husks collapsing onto the settlement is exquisite, and yet you're the only one who remains behind to congratulate Lumiere. I wish more were so discerning, she smiles. Still, this was only a start. Please, meet me later. I may have a proposition for you. I'm sorry. Hold up. Hold the thought. The final sequence of the rotting fungal husks collapsing onto the settlement is exquisite. What rotting fungal husks? And collapsing onto the settlement? Did you record what happened on Hybras? And just not tell me? Well, no, because everybody disappeared. We'd have found corpses. Okay. I don't know if I like this person. Meet Madame Lumiere again. Madame Lumiere? That is Madame, right? We'll go with it. Madame Lumiere has promised a meeting. She's currently occupying one of New Winchester's cafes. She's provided the table number. She rings for 2 cups of nectar-infused tea. I crave the stuff, she says, a smile creasing her face like a well-used cushion. I'm too old to be lugging cameras about anymore. Waiting for the perfect shot. My own fault. I could have stayed in London, but I wanted to see the stars. She coughs into a yellow-stained handkerchief. Time to fund films rather than make them, I think. But that will require inspiration. I'm opening a production company. If you come across any unusual items in your travels, come find me in the Upper District. The coughing worsens. Please, excuse me. She leaves you with directions and the bill. Huh. Unfortunately, I didn't pay attention to exactly where that was, so that's a bit of a problem. Was there any indication? Victory Hall? Nope. Company House? Nope. Madame Lumiere's, there you are. Ah, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person. Well. Moment of inspiration. It's good to love many things, for therein lies the true strength. And whosoever loves much performs much, and can accomplish much. And what is done in love is well done. Not necessarily. Well, I guess if we're considering love and not obsession, and considering a distinction between the two, I can agree with that. And I do love me some money, so here, have those. I do want to keep one just because, you know, I might need it for something. Alright, we actually have money, sort of. Yeah, 685. So I'm thinking we go and get ourselves an expansive wardrobe. And then we're going to put that on, if we haven't already. How do I do such a thing? There we go. It is a clicking system. Wonderful. So, now that we actually have... Ooh. Can I could buy bronze wood and run that back up to... he says. We actually have a lot more freedom now that we actually have someone who buys things from us. Dearie me, though. We're going to leave this for now. I am going to buy more fuel, though, because that's the whole point of me expanding the hold, was just so I could have more fuel, so I could also not die. Wonderful, though. So, straight on to Titania. Yes. Do stop doing that. Alright. And now that we are slightly safer, and I'm just about to knock ourselves into Gabriel's archive. There we go. All according to plan. Sort of. Kind of. God damn it, why are there so many of these? No, that's the wrong button. My problem is when I go down, I still think that Q is left, E is right. That's not the case. It's from the perspective of the engine, like, it was pointed like so. Right, and left. Wait, can I do multiple shorter? Oh! Interesting, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but if so, please keep that. I could find uses for shorter bursts of dashing. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, moving along to Titania. We have business, and by business I mean I just want to check out the library I funded. So. Not really business now, is it? Sky winds are calmer here, lazy breezes prickled with pollen. And... well, we've reached the petal. The petal. Should say the flower, really. Not sure why they call it the petal port when the flower port makes... oh. Tonight the stars are hard and cold. Sleep eludes you. Go for a walk. The corridors are quiet, save for the thrum of busy pipes. A nightmare, an insistent visitor. Passing along an outside corridor, you're surprised by a face, pressed against the outside of a window. The frosted jowls, the bristly mustache. It's the same corpse that drifted into the path of your vessel. I mean... ignore it. Surely the winds will blow it off. Who knows? Maybe it's even good luck. Like a mascot. Yeah, because that's what I want as my mascot. I actually do. I kind of like that look. But, yeah, let's just ignore it. See if it goes away. See, the carmine hue of the stained glass gives the face a ruddy cast. Like an uncle who's overindulged at Christmas. Over the next few days, you see the face on several other occasions. Always at a different window. No one else on the crew mentions it. Good. Well, I should expect not. It'd be rude for them to be mentioning Uncle... the fuck? And the air will sound a different song, the playing of indolent harps no more, but the furious beatings of wings which are the hymns of carnage. Lo, how the multitudes scatter before it. But there is no safe horizon to which they may flee, for the chorister hive is now the sky, and the sky does crash upon Titania. What? Wait, what? Okay, I mean... I guess rally to the defense of the Sovereign School, because I imagine if I just fight the Chorister Hive, then that means they destroy the library. That's just the assumption I'm going off of. So, let's go for this. The bees of Armageddon have come to swallow Titania. Well, you'll be damned if they take down good British architecture. Cool. Silence in the space of half an hour. Plain song drowns the lamentation, and the fury and the mind. All the world joins death's hymnal. Those who proudly defy their fate, and those who beg for wretched mercy. Those who raise their arms, those who buckle their knees. The chorister hive takes the lyrics of poets yet unwritten, the unsung songs from lips now forever silent. It's only iron and fire that quietens the voice of carnage, but lo, the song ends only by its own accord. Once the nectar is gathered, the hive departs, and there is a lasting silence. Interesting. We gonna talk about this? Apparently not. Okay, write our port report. It's still Polony here. Like, it's nice to have a gourd of chorister nectar, I guess, but, like, what? Oh, you buy bombazine. Interesting. Huh. Huh, I say. Okay. Well, first of all, Bloombower, I think, is where we want to go. Huh. The road is shaded by the lush canopy of the newly installed royal oaks, but the homes have suffered from the chorister bees. Repairs have been slowed by grief. Oh. Offer an exhibit to the Library of Yore. Ooh, even just a snippet of London life will keep them occupied for an inordinate amount of time. Well, well. The scandal you pass on involves a certain Lady D, but then when does it not involve Lady D? And while it may be old news in London, the story is new to Titania, and though it has already lost the imagination of the London public, the Titanians are enthralled by the deceit and the heroism of the Queen's courtiers. Wonderful. I have a savage secret now. Also, by the way, Mayor, we gonna talk about this? Really? You don't have anything to say about the whole bees are trying to kill you people and eat the poems that you would have written? I'm sorry, I'm not clear on what exactly the chorister bees did. I think they essentially ate the ability... Okay, I'm imagining they killed people and ate the poems that they would have written. Which is pretty fucking awful. Why are we here? What? Why did you build a city here if those things exist? Anyway. We'll pay for the construction of the Imperial Ballroom, I should say. It'll be a mirrored room with a spiraling wooden floor and the ceilings decorated with constellations. The Celestials just spin around the room, tracing the arcs of stars with their steps. Splendid, we'll begin immediately. Oh, what divine waltzes we'll have. I think that's rather the point. Huh. So yeah, Titania looks like it could become a very useful place. Especially the more places you build, the more things you can trade for. I see. Also, by the way, why are we there? Because I'm just thinking, giant bees that do something horrifying to artists. Yeah, let's just make a artist enclave there. You know, rather than just back in London, say. Or anywhere else. Like, literally any place that doesn't have those bees. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy like that. Not much of an artist myself. So, maybe it's an art thing. Although, for the record, if it is, that's a really stupid art thing. Like, even if it's one of those, oh, you wouldn't get it, it's an avant-garde art. Oh, I get it. It's just stupid. The whole die for your art thing? No. Absolutely not. Ah, dear. Are we on the way to Hybras? Because that's where I actually want to head. Although, you know what? Real quick. Where's the... Yeah, there's the bat. Anything else in the area? Nothing of interest. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm just making a beeline for Hybras. Because I wish to know. Really, I just want to know if the colonists are okay. I mean, they'd been talking about a second youth so often. Did they already make their agreement with the magicians? I wonder. And also, why did we only have one barrel, or not even a barrel, a bottle of prisoner's honey? Because that used to be a pretty common commodity back in London. Whereas here, not so much, it seems. Although, I guess, saying that, we're in the colonies, so makes sense that we don't have as many luxuries from home. Okay, now, do this right. Yes, good. I have remembered directions. Like left and right. Okay. So, a little bit off. Gotta remember, these don't have any creepy fungus on them. Looks like blood. Yay. Oh, dearie dear me. Let's find ourselves some colonists. And finish things up here. Eh? Sound like a good idea? Sounds like a good idea to me. Okay. Although... I don't know. There's just so much to explore. So many interesting little stories, and I'm very curious if they intend to have these stories change, if you get my meaning. Like, I remember there was talk of your actions having permanent consequences in the final product of Sunless Skies. So I'm wondering, if I came here with a new captain, once the legacy system is in place, would there be more colonists? Would there be new colonists? Would there be some continuation of this story? I feel like I need to read their little updates on Kickstarter a lot more. But that's a matter for me for the future. Hybras! Hi. I suppose we should. Collect a sample of Hybras pus. It oozes out of the fungal body, just as it would an infected sore on your arm. Wonderful. The difficulty in collecting samples isn't in having to climb to some remote peak, or fighting off creatures who are all teeth and claws, it's in abiding the smell. Delightful. So, Hybras, hi. This could either go very good or very bad. Take the prisoner's honey. This was the humiliated magician's advice. Yeah, 'cause I really trust this guy. Oh. Okay. At narrow success, you locate a comfortable armchair in the Brendan and pour yourself a small measure of the honey into a little teacup after you've cleaned it off the mushrooms. The pernickety factor has refused to partake. I'll keep watch. Besides, I don't know where it's been. It's honey. You dream. A group of young men and women approach you in a forest, a real forest, dripping with dew where vines trail on the grounds and snakes hang from the trees like fruit. They guide you to a party amidst the boughs. Attempt conversation, though no one seems in the mood for talking. Oh, I think I know what's happening here. A young man is sitting by the lanterns hung from a blossoming cherry tree. He talks of strange dreams he's been having, of factories and workhouses, of years lost and years gained. Occasionally he pauses, as one or other of the company provides him drinks and ready smiles. His voice is still in your ears as you wake. Report our findings to the pernickety factor. You've found the colonists. The pernickety factor looks up from her tea when you wake. Didn't let it steep long enough. She sighs. Was the magician right? Her eyes widen as you begin your explanation. She sits in silence for a long while when you finish. So the colonists made a bargain with the serpents behind the glass. I can't help but wonder if we're... She shakes her head. London looks after its servants. Should you need assistance in the future, I'll put in a word. She intends to remain on Hybras a little longer yet, and will not be departing with you. Huh. Collect our report. Questions, does it mean I can do it again? Huh. Well, that's interesting. Can this have different results, then? You find the pernickety factor near the station. She holds up a piece of disintegrating mushroom that resembles a crocus. I found this near the town hall. There's a new field of them out in the forest. It's most irregular. Let's keep at it. Huh. Gardening seems to have become particularly popular lately. Wheelbarrows have been cobbled together from cast-off from the carpenter's workshop. Purple fungus like crocuses dot the green. Meanwhile, food rots in the Brendan's larder, and the carpentry on the town hall is infected with creeping mushrooms. All recent work aside from gardening appears to have been abandoned altogether. The pernickety factor coughs away spores. There's a superior researcher on Leadweeder and Stainrod's nature reserve who might be able to tell us more about these wretched mushrooms. The purple fungus sprouting all over Hybras is very similar to the ones Madame Lumiere was filming. Perhaps she might know something. Ah. So there's more to Hybras. Interesting. Well, you know, I think that's where we're going to pause this little series. We've started the mystery of Hybras. We have a solution and another storyline, perhaps? I'm not entirely clear why we got that. It very well may be a bug, but I'm intrigued, to say the least. However, this is early access. The game is not finished, it's not complete. Trading isn't even in the game, and there is much more to be done. But I don't want to spoil it all. After all, I intend to play the finished product. Mind you, I will definitely be returning to this early access once a new area unlocks. But for now, our journeys in the Reach are complete. Mind you, it's only my journey. You are, of course, free to journey more on your own, though if you do, be careful about spoilers in the comments section below, okay? And thank you very much for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. use them responsibly, and I shall see you all soon.